Hey guys, W3MSB here. I've got the brand new YAESU FTM-150R, or I guess some of them call it the FTM-150 RASP. It's a new radio from YAESU, dual band, full duplex radio. Yes, full duplex. I can show it to you right now. We can do this. Receive NOAA. On this side, look at that. We can still transmit. W3MSB testing. So yeah, it is full duplex. Not really advertised in the manual, but it is a legitimate duplex radio. And then people are wondering, well, does it do crossband? Let's see if it does crossband. I'm going to hold down function in PMG, turn the radio on, and there you go, crossband repeater. And then using my Kenwood TM-D75, W3MSB testing. You can see we got the full-on crossband repeater. So I just got this radio the day before Thanksgiving. I haven't really been able to play with it too much, but on paper, it is the perfect radio if you don't want to do digital. And if you've been a ham for more than 10, 15 years, if you had radios prior to Baofeng and prior to digital radios, you understand why this radio is so intriguing and significant, because it does pretty much everything that the YAESU FT-8800 did, and that was the gold standard radio. That radio was released, I think, in 2002 or 2003 for like $400. So with this one being $379, it's significantly cheaper when you adjust for inflation, and it does pretty much everything that radio does. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a full-on duplex, crossband, dual-band mobile from YAESU, and we all know YAESU has the best receiver and the best transmit audio. And you can take this radio to areas where there's a lot of interference and it will still perform well. So I haven't been able to put it through its paces, but I'm just looking for something wrong with it. I'm trying to figure out why it is such a good value for what it is. It's a fully detachable radio. It's got the speaker on the brick and on the head. So you have 3-watt speakers on both for a total of 6 watts, which is really cool. And it uses a standard Ethernet cable to detach the head. And then the microphone is this backlit microphone, and it uses the typical phone jack. So you can plug that into the head unit, or when you remote it, you can plug it into the brick as well. So that's something the 8800 didn't do. You had to plug it into the head unit only. So this is great. You can put the brick under the seat, and then the microphone can come wherever you need it to come from, either the head or the brick. And my favorite feature so far are these backlit buttons on top. The 8800 had buttons on the bottom, but they weren't backlit, so you had no idea what you were hitting. And when you compare it to like the Kenwood TM-D710, those have soft buttons, so you can see the menu option and then you hit the button underneath it. That makes sense, but on this radio, they have backlit buttons, which is a must for mobile operation. And the last thing I want to talk about, people are wondering about the color screen. Yes, it's amber, but you can also change it. I changed mine to white or blue, whatever you want to call it. And the only other thing I want to say is it still does that stupid YAESU reverse burst. W3MSB testing. Oops. There, you hear that little squelch crash at the end? Thanks, Greg. W3MSB clear. That little squelch crash at the end is a typical YAESU thing. Even with tone squelch on, you still hear the squelch crash at the end, which you never hear on a Motorola radio. So YAESU still hasn't figured that out. Not quite sure why, but at the end of the day, if that's the only bad thing with this radio, it's a pretty darn good radio. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm going to test it out here and throw it in the truck, and it's probably going to be my new mobile radio. See ya.